As the scene opens, the audience finds Madeline, the film's narrator, fighting to stay awake on her ride home from the Leafold home, where she serves as a maid. In the novel, the story is told by 3 women, but the film's director made the decision to use solely Madeline's voice, claiming that he knew from the start that this was predominantly her story. Within this scene, the director's use of camera angle and lighting is able to capture Madeline's fear in a manner that leaves the viewer with a sense of the horror associated with the Civil Rights South, a central theme of the novel. The audience's view begins to shift back and forth from the front windows of the bus, as if he were looking through Madeline's eyes, to the reactions of Madeline herself. The front camera angle allows the viewer to know that something is not right based on the eerie surroundings, such as flashing lights. The use of this camera angle adds suspense to the plot, as the viewer knows nothing more than Madeline. The viewer is seeing and hearing everything in time with the main character, leaving him in the same state of confusion and fear as she. As Madeline steps off the bus, the viewer is still unable to see any emotion on her face because she is walking in the shadows. However, the front camera angle does allow the audience to faintly see the scene of the crime in the background, leaving the viewer in a state of suspense. Suddenly, Madeline takes off running. As she makes her way through the shadows and over the railroad tracks, the sound of her moving feet is soon joined by a monologue by Medgar Evers, the tinkering of an eerie piano tune, and police sirens. These 3 sounds add to the scene's suspense as they are haunting and chilling. Next, the camera pans out, giving the audience a view of everything that is occurring around Madeline, creating a sense of chaos. The camera then zooms in on Madeline as she falls onto the ground, giving the viewer a clear view of the pain and fear written on her face. This fall illustrates the struggle associated not only with this scene, but also with living in the South in general. This struggle, however, is no match for Madeline, who gets right back up and continues her trek to safety. Madeline finally reaches shelter in Minnie's kitchen, where low lighting adds a gloomy tone. The camera angle emphasizes this gloomy tone, as the viewer is able to see Minnie's entire family sitting around the empty table with blank stares on their faces. The camera then zooms in on the radio, allowing the audience to know that whatever is being said is the source of all their struggles. As Minnie bends down to help clean Madeline's wound from the fall, the camera moves to a side angle. By keeping half of their faces in the shadows, this angle accurately portrays the women's sense of fear and maintains the same gloomy tone as before. Moreover, the sideways angle allows the viewer to focus on the 2 women and nothing else. In this way, he is able to see their heartfelt interaction as they consider the effects that Medgar Evers' assassination will have on the entire black community. Without the strategic use of camera angle and lighting, this scene would have taken on a completely different meaning. Had the director chosen to focus only on the main character and her reactions, the viewer would have been unable to experience the fear that civil rights placed on the hearts of all African Americans. Moreover, the darkness of the scene not only built a tone of suspense, but also indirectly suggested the darkness of the civil rights South.
We're gonna be careful.